If it isn't my favorite time of the month. Smells just like home. God, I love this game. I'm so good at it. Detective! Happy to see me. You're looking lovelier than ever. A bit tired though. Don't tell me you've pulled all-nighters again, tracking my activities. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to be the reason you're up all night. But I would prefer to play a more active and intimate role. Thanks for sending the car for me, by the way. I feel so special. Riding up front, chatting with your partner. Who knew there would be a silver lining in your car getting totaled by a semi? Though, I wish you would be more mindful of my wants and needs on other matters. Oh, that's new. Disable the cameras, did we now? Can't have it documented what you're about to do to me. Is that even legal? Well, detective, I can't say I'm not curious to see what the brave things you have planned. Who's to say I won't be into it? And there it is. Gosh, I just love your little pet names for me. They're so endearing. When should we go official, The precinct already knows about your major obsession with me. And that time you dragged me out of my house half naked for highway robbery was a bit incriminating for a little crush, don't you think? I think it's high time we sit down, clear off this table, and get to... Ouch, detective. I hope you're not this rough with handcuffs in other contexts. Wait, no, that's actually kind of hot. Would you mind doing it again? I mean, you make this too easy, detective. Getting you all right up. I'm used to our little song and dance by now. Something goes wrong this town. You drag me in, throw truly baseless accusations, backed by flimsy evidence at me. Maybe once in a blue moon we will get to court. But ultimately, I walk free. What do you say? We skip all this nonsense and get to a whole new chapter in our relationship. A whole new, hot, heavy, sensual chapter. The only thing I'm really guilty of is stealing that heart of yours. Diamonds? Now, what on earth are diamonds? Oh, come on. Does it really sound like me? A bit on the nose as far as criminal masterminds go. Don't you think I would spring for something a little more inspired than diamond robbery? It seems to me that you should be on the outlook for some cartoon villain twirling his mustache instead. Okay, Batman. Where were you the night of the robbery? Come on, detective. Save that voice for the bedroom. How are people even supposed to remember what they were doing at such a specific time anyway? And can you even remember what you were doing that night, detective? Well then, I will have you know that between the hours of 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. last Thursday night, I was at my book club. Oh, no, detective. See, that hurts. You don't believe me? Don't I seem intellectual? Don't I seem well read? I have to say, I love the company. The old ladies there are such dears. A bit stuck up at times, but I mean, with as much money as they have, I would be judgmental too. But the real treat is all the wonderful books they choose. Gone Girls, The Black Dahlia, The Poet. I can really relate to the last one in particular. Oh, stop your bristling. What I meant is that I write my own poems. Here, let me recite one. The once lived a detective so blessed, a rock that thought strongly to best. Wound up so tight, they would struggle all night, where they could have had mind-blowing Huh? If you didn't like it, you should have just said so. Here, I will try another one. Roses are red, I would beg, crawl, and lick. Okay, okay, I'm done. But did you get it? See where I was going with that? See, I was going to rhyme lick with... But detective, you never want to play anymore. It's always, who are your accomplices? And you won't get away with this. And take off your clothes. Oh, wait, no? No, that last one is part of a truly wonderful reoccurring dream I have. You know, maybe I would be just a tad more cooperative if you told me a bit about yourself. Like, what's your first name? Do you like Italian food? Are you free Friday night? Yes, the diamonds. What if I said I was going to donate them to charity? Make shiny earrings for orphans? Or a dazzling bracelet just for you? Yeah, you're right. I would just stick with my original statement then. What are diamonds again? No, that store name isn't ringing any bells. Hanghall & Co.? I mean, it kind of sounds like a vendor for one of the clients I used to order for, but seriously, it sounds like something you would call up. Sounds like the type of haughty-taughty shop that's so pretentious it offers climate control conditions for rocks. I bet they would find clutching their 1 degree warmer pearls during the outrage last week. I wouldn't set foot in a place like that. And I never have. You can double check that with them too. Isn't this a bit out of the ordinary for what you usually accuse me of? Don't you have a criminal profile that you've built for me or something? Something to reference, to construct a believable MO? Wow, you are obsessed with me. I mean, I knew to some degree the extent of it, but this is seriously next level stalker stuff, detective. Can I have a look? I'm a big fan of your work. Let's see... School records... I see you've circled some of my grades in my major. Ironic, isn't it? Knowing my strong suits and that we have so much... chemistry. Really? Not even a smile? I might as well Phosphorus 32, living only half a life in the shadows of your scorn. Looks like you also nabbed some of my old resumes too. Boring. Industrial and environmental engineering are not as sexy as I make it look. Tracing soil erosion, sediment movement, gas leaks. Not exactly a turn on for most people, but I try. And medical records. Okay, creepy. I'm really that into blood types. Trying to gog our compatibility or something. And here they are. Mugshots, my favorite part. I almost expect our initials carved in little hearts to be drooled off the back of these. Kiss marks on the photos. The whole shebang. Okay, I will bite. If you answer which mugshot is your favorite, I will try to seriously answer any one of your questions. That one? Really? But you can barely see my face under all the bruising and swelling. Oh, haha, detective. So mean. So, what's your question then? Asking where did you hide the diamonds will elicit the same response as how did you steal the diamonds, dear? I don't have them. Oh, is that for me? Really, detective, you didn't have to send for tea? Oh, detective, what are you... Well, that's just rude. I really hope that this was heated up on a kettle or on a stove. You know, detective, you may be fine with consuming whatever zero nutrition, ready in 5 minutes TV dinners that you have stuffed in the back of your ancient freezer, but some of us are trying to reduce our microwave usage. Gotta monitor that radiation exposure, right? My pants are soaking now. I would just leave that one hang out there. So, not that I have any inside information on this case, because that would be crazy, right? But I have this little feeling that you have the usual amount / quantity of evidence against me. Am I right? Oh, fun. Pleading the fifth. Can I read you Miranda rights? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Damn, felt good to be on the other side of that for once. Now I see why you're always on your little tiradas. That's an absolute power trip. Well, since you insist on withholding that classified information, can I take a guess as to what the police do have right now? Let's see. You've already asked about my whereabouts during a specific time window. So you clearly already have the times of occurrence puzzled out, which, I'm sorry to say, I have alibis for every hour of every day for the past 2 weeks. The precinct looks a little too staffed today, so I'm willing to bet that no other suspect have been pinned down or brought in. So, no accomplices linked back to me, huh? And from what I saw in the level of activity here and the mannerism of your partner, no solid leads have been found yet. He's a good dude, you know? Friendly, talkative, a bit cagey when I tried to bring you up, though. A shame, really. I wanted to see if he had any good information on you, your preferences, maybe even a cute photo or two. And detective, you don't have to be so defensive. I promise, you're still my favorite. After all, I'm still trying to discover those special techniques of yours that could make this jailbird sing. Anyway, another guess that might not be as obvious. I don't think you found any evidence of a break-in at the scene of the crime. Probably couldn't find any prints, compromise points, or any other form of breaching or interference to what I can only assume was a guarded, fortified, state-of-the-art safe. And the security footage probably backs up this utter lack of diamond shenanigery. Am I right? Oh, and the jeweler and the client. I'm willing to bet they're safe and accounted for, with alibis as well, and no trace of harm or temperament, psychologically or otherwise. So, I will flip the question on you, detective. What do you think I supposedly did? Silence again, huh? I really wish you would stop doing that. Your voice is a siren song in my ears. But it's often so quiet, I can barely hear it, even when you're admonishing me. It's alright though. I'm sure I can make you scream my name soon enough. But really, detective, the best precinct in the state, top of your class, and you really have no idea. This place is funded to the nines, for goodness sake. Nuclear tracers, portable mass spectrometers. And don't you have a little bomb-diffusing robot guy too? I would love to play with that thing. But I'm getting a bit off topic, aren't I? So, in summary, you have nothing, sparkly nothing, and what was it again? Oh, yes. A whole lot of piping hot, ready to eat, probably heated up in the microwave. Nothing. Seriously, detective, this is more embarrassing than the time you busted down the doors to my demo teaching lab in an attempt to arrest me for illegal substance synthesis. I mean, just because it's clear doesn't mean it's crystal meth. Gosh, do you remember that? The look on your face was priceless when you realized that, with just a bit of temperature increase and a slight drop in humidity, your precious bust that you spent months training me for was all for nothing. A harmless experiment meant to teach children about sublimation. Didn't you get a whole lot of trouble with your surgeon too? Had to issue a formal apologies and everything to me. I loved watching you squirm as you asked for my forgiveness. Though, I was a bit sad that you were ordered to not interact with me anymore. But I guess... Oh, is that why the camera's off? Am I not even supposed to be here with you? Is this our little secret? No, detective. Don't even worry about it. You know, I would always be down to do something a little naughty with you. Don't be so hurtful just because I can do this so much better than you. See, let's just say I stole them, for posterity's sake. How would I even do that? It's not like I, knew the exact details of when the jewelry would be presented to the client. How could I? I mean, one would have to have inside knowledge of the client's pickup time and date, and for that to happen, some hotshot would first have to find a client wealthy enough to even buy something of that value, and drop subtle hints at the types of shop around the town that are even capable of that kind of order. Then orchestrate a whole meeting between the client and the atelier, maybe even tamper with certain delivery dates for their own convenience. This is random, but was the client sent to pick up the prize a bit earlier than expected? But I mean, seriously, who could do that? And then there's the matter of the discovery. Looks like you didn't even find anything concrete on the crime scene. But your fine officers were still able to pin an exact date and time of the robbery, since the client had it dry on before delivery. It's almost as if... It's almost as if the diamonds were stolen in transit, replaced with a special compound with the clarity of high-quality diamonds that dissolve under specific atmospheric and chemical conditions, then made it to the final piece, only disappearing into thin air once the robber was ready. So, really, you should be looking into the vehicle that transported the jewelry in the first place. Oh, but wasn't there an accident a couple of days ago that involved some sort of drug and a poor civilian car? That's such a shame. I hope it isn't related or anything. This is all speculations, of course. But really, detective, do I sound capable enough to pull all of that off? Nah, there, detective. You will have your moment someday. I'm sure you will get what you deserve soon enough. Now, am I free to go? Or are you just dying for a bit more company? A bit more of my time and face? Oh, you're right. I guess that does leave the question of where the real diamonds are now. I will show you mine if you show me yours. Well, detective, I think that whatever mastermind is behind this wouldn't have them at all. I'm serious. Whoever did this has probably gotten away with dozens of crimes in the past. Why would they keep millions of dollars worth of practically illiquid hot contraband on them? Sounds like such a hassle. Unless the robber's using the diamonds for something else. Something a bit more satisfying, like, let's say they were absolutely in love with a certain detective and just wanted to give them a little present. Maybe they knew from the start, through their past work experience, that a mining company that works with the jewelry shop was implementing experimental methods of tracking using nuclear isotope half-lives that died off after a safe period was reached, and following radiation trails should anything bad happen to the gems. But a robber, they would have to be an expert in industry-specific methods of handling these isotopes, particularly to safeguard their health and contain the radiation to a specific path. Any normal person would be none the wiser to these techniques, and so any normal person couldn't have possibly pulled this off. Right? And the detective? Well, the detective is just a bit too high-strung and squirty for the likes of the other officers in the precinct. Who would blame them, really? In this fast-paced, sophisticated facility that houses so many gadget goodies. Unrelated, but do you know if anyone checked that high-tech portable nuclear tracer? And maybe they're just a little too tired to have noticed strange things happen at a sketchy apartment on, and this is just a crazy guess, 4th and Bridgeton? So tired, really, suspiciously tired, all the time, and sick. I do hope they are taking care of themselves and not unknowingly exposing themselves to any danger. Oh, and we can't forget about the obsession and hostility towards a particular innocent, law-abiding citizen. They've been caught in multiple occasions for psychological evaluation already, haven't they? And so maybe it's not so unbelievable that the detective, our tired, irritable, normal detective, had pulled this off at all. At least, that's what everyone else would think. Tell me, detective, do you have a soft spot for jewelry?
Detective, we're going to need you to step out of the room. We have some questions we need to ask you.
Huh. Didn't think it was possible to be more attracted to you. But I gotta say, Ford's the accused has never looked hotter.